Let's get with it. Let's get involved. The power is within and without. When you get caught up in dimensions of witchcraft, you become a prostitute or prostitutes to the Baphomet's ways. Goat Lucy, Lucifer, the Red Dragon, so forth and so on. We're living in a test for our faith. You as the individuals listening to this commentary, you have to see this in plain sight. We have people that's blindfolded mentally. They don't know, they can't see, they stumble, their mind is in darkness, and they confused. There's a lot of books, there's a lot of scriptures wrote down about many parables and riddles for success and a prosperous life. But you have to seek that in your individual endeavors for yourselves. And you got to put the Most High first. We tend to overact as human beings before, we tend to jump out there and hang ourselves. There's a lot of people that do that, but learn off of that. A lot of people on social media, they regurgitate certain stuff. There's a lot of people on here that's not original. They cannot formulate their own main ideas, conclusions, and synopsis, meaning that they copy and imitate others that's on here and put their name, in a title box to get some views. To each his own. It was a quote I came across earlier today here on YouTube. I think Tupac wrote it down. I forgot what it said. It said, I'm trying to think back because it skipped my mind. I think it's, you won't have too many friends if you're seeking the truth to that extent. You won't have that many friends if you seeking the truth. Something like that. And I was strolling through the comment section. I think it was one lady, or one man and one lady said she was an alcoholic, and she got herself back together, or him or her, whatever the case may be. It was a person that wrote this in the comment section. She had a bunch of drinking friends and drinking buddies, what have you. And the comment said, soon as the person who wrote that comment got sober, they didn't want to be their friends anymore. It wasn't your friends in the first place. It was your enemies. It wasn't your friends. Anytime people are in that life of addiction, and when you change your life and don't want to keep on pounding down the acid that's burning your insides, that's tearing your livers up, that's tearing your kidneys up, before it's too late, you change your ways and clean yourself up, and they get mad at you, they wanted you to be with them. Sometimes you're going to have to let people drink their kidneys away. That's what they want to do. They don't want to change. They know what's killing them. Waking up, hangovers, bowels ain't acting right, irregular bowel syndrome, and all this. It's time to, if they don't want to wake up and take heed, they go on their travels and they see these dialysis clinics. They end up in there, or even worse. It's terminal and then gone. It's not a joke. Liver failure is not a joke. Hepatitis is not a joke. Kidney failure is not a joke. If you don't treat your body right, it ain't going to treat you right. So kudos to that person who woke the hell up. And see, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I go strong on here. I know who watches me. So long as I got people listening to me, because I don't entertain ignorance. First and foremost, let me to the ones that's new to this channel. You will not be getting no buffoonery. You will not get me engaging in arguments with effeminate men on here that do 9-10 hour streams, talk about absolutely nothing. You won't get me to do that. I'm not gonna do that. Because I do live in reality too, well as virtual reality, and I do get out here in the grassroots, okay? And I get my take on what I think was going on. Let me tell you something. The key is within inside you, okay? The power is in, you have to see that, Pay attention to this commentary. We go searching for this. The key is what do you want to do? That's what you're going to have to look yourself in the mirror. What do you want to do? What you want to accomplish? You can accomplish anything. They have the resources out here. So what's the hold up? The hold up is you got an environment that's bringing you down. The hold up is you're not religiously inclined. The hold up is you don't have no confidence. You don't have no motivation. And when you don't have those things, you don't have no endurance. You don't have no mental stamina. And when you don't have those things in your life, you cannot preserve your life in a certain way so you can move on to the next levels, so you can live a life of utopia and euphoria on earth. See? And that's where the entities, the demons of destruction come in your lives, because you're weak. You're spiritually weak. You're mentally weak. And when you're spiritually weak and mentally weak, you will be attacked. And you will be an easy host for the parasitical demonic proportions to enter into your life, because you will be opened up, like you'll have so many portals that's open, and they can enter in each portal and affect you. And you might become a legion. You might be filled with demons or a demon. Let's stop playing these games, folks. I bring it to you every time. You got a lot of people on here hurting. You got a lot of people on social media stressed out. You got a lot of people attention-seeking whores. You got a lot of people jealous of other YouTubers on. All that is dysfunction, lower level, lower frequency. Life is filled with pleasures, but those pleasures will be cut off if you're an evil and jealous and violent person, because you're infested with those demons. And you're mentally and spiritually weak. And as far as the men, you're men. I told y'all, the stuff y'all doing, y'all very suspect. Y'all hyper emotional. You let people you don't even know get to you. I'm going to sit back looking at live streams, dudes cussing, talking about what they're going to do to the next person and all this cussing, bringing their family members in, cracking on. All that is emotional. All that is immature, and it's sad. And these men are well past, they way past 21 that's doing this. Acting like little children in junior high. Acting like little boys, man. It's time to grow up. How can I take men seriously? How can I take men? They call themselves intellectuals. They call themselves bright. They call themselves geniuses. They call themselves articulate. How can I take men that come across like that, and they say they're this and that, but through your commentary, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see the formulation of words. I don't see the articulate ways of how you come across with your dialogue, like an orator and stuff like that. I don't see the professional wordplay. All I see is ad hominem attacks and schoolyard bully, cyber bully tactics. That's it. And that doesn't get me aroused in my thought process. That don't emotionally trigger me, because it's ignorance. And we got to come to terms that in order for the younger people listen to us as brothers, you have these MGTOWs, and then you have this manosphere, you have these little black institutions in the black, in the black sector. In order for these young people that's on Twitch, World Star Hip Hop, and all the, the younger apps, men that, boys that's coming into manhood and they try to seek fatherhood. In order for us those youngins to take us seriously, we have to stop trying to imitate and be like them. You got guys my age, and early 40s, late 30s, or even in their late 40s or late 30s, still trying to chase a ghost. Meaning that they wearing skinny jeans. It's time to hang it up. It's time to get suited and booted. They wearing skinny jeans. They wearing pants hanging off their ass. Come on, man. You had your day. And let me tell you something. Real thorough youngins, they're not going to respect you. They're gonna laugh at you right behind your back, just like the women. Stop trying to be like this. Stop trying to compete with your daughters, mothers. Father, stop trying to compete with your sons. Let them live out their age. That is they trend set now. Let them live. That's what that's the mechanisms of youth and growing up. They're going through their trending stage now. You already went there. You've been there and done that. Now it's time to elevate to another platform so they can learn off of you. That's how you become an OG. That's a real OG. That's a real OG loke, like me. I act my age. I know my age. I've been there and done that. I know what they're going through. Okay? That's why they listen to me on the street, because they know I ain't no clown. And there's a lot of clowns on here. And that's another thing. And they ain't taking y'all seriously. This is why the Negro sector always gonna have problems, the YouTube Negro sector, simply because I'm pointing out some issues that we need to eradicate. Lest if we don't eradicate it, it's gonna be issues. It's gonna be more videos of dysfunction. There's gonna be more people going on these flag campaigns. You're gonna have trolls. You're still gonna have all these problems on here because people too caught up in their emotions and they spilling out. They really spilling out the wrong stuff. The majority of this platform, but it's like that quote say: when you rolling in the truth, you ain't gonna have that too many friends on here because a lot of people, unfortunately, as melanators caught up in the entertainment and the latest tea and gossip. That's what sells, unfortunately. And you have people that entertain people. Everything gotta be. Black people should be tired of being slandered and blackballed and ridiculed and demeaned. We should not entertain it. What about the positivity? What about the valedictorians? What about the sorority brothers and sisters? What about the pillars of the community? What about the businessmen and businesswomen, mom and pop stores that's helping, putting the money back in the community? See, we need more of that. We need more of that, family. We need more of that. Okay? So, just some words for thought. So I can encourage y'all to motivate yourself to, stop thinking with inside the box. Only free thinkers can make it to success. You got to think outside the box. First and foremost, you cannot limit yourself. First and foremost, you hear me? You got to think outside the box. And you got to think on a spiritual level. The power is within. You hold the power. You possess the power. But if you're blinded by sin and destruction within your mind and your thought process, that door of success won't be open. So you're enslaving yourself by your own thinking because you're not thinking on a spiritual realm. Okay? You're thinking on a worldly realm. And you're not tapping into the energy of the Most High. But you're tapping in the energy. You're tapping in. If you're not tapping in the energy of the Most High, if you're not checking in with the Most High, you're checking in with the devil. That's it. So who you gonna serve? You can't serve two. One is gonna sacrifice you. One is gonna set you up for failure, and one is gonna lead you to success and victory. You gonna have to figure out which one that is. So I can go on and on. I hope y'all enjoyed this commentary. The power is within and without. The power is within and without. I'm out of here.